Xiao Zhan breaks down on camera, someone I loved is now a stranger. The world stood still as Xiao Zhan's voice cracked mid-sentence during a live broadcast interview. What began as a routine press appearance for his new drama quickly spiraled into one of the most heartbreaking and raw emotional moments the public has ever witnessed from the beloved star. He was asked a simple question: what inspires your performance in scenes of emotional pain? Xiao Zhan hesitated. He looked down. He smiled, briefly. And then, something in him gave way. His eyes welled up. His breathing changed. And in a voice barely above a whisper, he replied, "Someone I loved is now a stranger." The silence that followed was deafening. Within minutes, the clip had gone viral. Fans across the world were in tears, posting reactions filled with heartbreak, disbelief, and questions. The hashtag #ShiaoZhanBreaksDown began trending in over 20 countries within the hour. It was the first time Xiao Zhan had publicly acknowledged the emotional wreckage left behind after his breakup with Wang Yibo, the man he once called his home. The weight of unfinished love. Though Xiao Zhan didn't mention Wang Yibo's name directly, everyone knew. The words, the pause, the look in his eyes, it all pointed to the love story that ended without closure, the one that fans had been mourning for weeks. Those 6 words, "Someone I loved is now a stranger," became a dagger through the hearts of those who followed their journey. And the way Xiao Zhan looked down immediately after, as if regretting saying it out loud, only made it worse. He wiped his eyes, apologized softly to the host, and tried to continue the interview. But the damage had already been done. This was no longer a press junket. This was the public unraveling of a broken heart. Fans in meltdown. Social media exploded. Comments flooded in by the thousands. "My heart just shattered. He still loves him. I can feel it. They never got closure. And now they're both drowning in silence." Many fans believe this moment proves that Xiao Zhan is not over Wang Yibo, not even close. In fact, several fan pages have already posted emotional compilations titled "From Lovers to Strangers," blending the clip from the interview with past moments of joy between the two, from when they held hands during award shows to the quiet afternoons spent with their daughter. One particularly viral edit shows a split screen. On the left, Xiao Zhan crying on stage. On the right, Wang Yibo walking alone through an airport, face hidden, earbuds in. The caption read, "They said nothing, but everything hurts." What really happened? Backstage sources have now revealed that Xiao Zhan had requested no personal questions during the interview, but the host, unaware of the emotional landmines buried in that seemingly innocent question, unknowingly triggered one of the most vulnerable moments in Xiao Zhan's career. After the cameras stopped rolling, Xiao reportedly stayed in his dressing room for over an hour, alone. Staff members say he was unresponsive, clutching a necklace, one he had not worn publicly in months. Some fans believe it is the custom-made pendant Wang Yibo gave him during their 3rd anniversary. A crew member said quietly, he did not talk. Just stared. Like he was stuck in time. Wang Yibo sighed. As expected, Wang Yibo has not made any public statement in response. He remains silent. Withdrawn. Absent. But fans have pointed out something chilling. Just an hour after Xiao Zhan's emotional breakdown, Wang Yibo posted a single line to his private fan community. "I heard it." No context. No hashtags. No decoration. Just those 3 words. And yet, they say everything. It was his first public expression of acknowledgement since the breakup. And coming just after Xiao's tearful moment, it hit fans like lightning. He heard it. But will he answer it? The daughter caught in between. In the midst of this emotional wreckage, their daughter remains at the center, an innocent reminder of what was once a family. According to a source close to Xiao Zhan's team, she watched the interview with a caretaker and asked, "Why is Daddy Zhan crying?" She reportedly drew a picture afterward, 3 hearts, one with a crack, one hole, and one floating in between. No words. Just colors and lines. But for fans, that was enough to say everything. Is there still hope? Some believe this emotional moment could mark the beginning of healing, or perhaps a soft, silent call for reconciliation. Others think it's the final acceptance that what they once had is truly over. But no matter where the story goes next, one thing is certain. They may have gone their separate ways. But the love between them still lingers in every tear, every silence, every memory. Because someone he loved is now a stranger. And the world is mourning with him. Wang Yibo breaks silence. I never stopped loving you. I was just waiting. It has finally happened. After weeks of silence, emotional chaos, and endless fan speculation, Wang Yibo has spoken and the world is stunned. Just days after Xiao Zhan's on-camera breakdown, where he tearfully whispered someone I loved is now a stranger, Wang Yibo has shattered the silence with a confession that has set the internet on fire. In an unexpected appearance at a private fan screening of his unreleased project, Wang Yibo took the mic and, instead of promoting the film, poured his heart out in front of a stunned, teary-eyed audience. With shaky hands and a voice that quivered between heartbreak and longing, he said the words fans never thought they would hear. I never stopped loving him. I was just waiting. The room went dead silent. No one moved. Even the staff backstage reportedly froze. What followed next was a raw, emotional revelation that fans have been praying for, but also one that has raised new questions and sparked a wildfire of controversy. He didn't leave. I let him go. Wang Yibo continued, speaking with a vulnerability the world has rarely seen from him. He didn't walk away without warning, he said softly. He told me he was unhappy. He told me he was drowning. But I was so caught up trying to fix things that I forgot to listen. And when he finally left, I understood something I wish I had realized earlier. He didn't want space. He wanted me to fight for him. And I didn't. Those closest to the couple have long suspected that Wang Yibo had been struggling internally. But hearing it directly from him has hit fans like a wave. Tears streamed down his face as he admitted, I thought giving him freedom was love. But love isn't silence. Love is showing up. I didn't show up when it mattered most. Fans divided, why now? While millions around the world are embracing this as a sign of hope, possibly a spark that could lead to reunion, not everyone is convinced. Some fans, especially those who resonated deeply with Xiao Zhan's recent pain, are asking the hard question. Why now, Yibo? Why after all this time? A top comment on Weibo read. He heard him crying on camera, and now he wants to talk. Where was this energy when Xiao Zhan was breaking silently for weeks? Another fan wrote. It's romantic, yes, but also convenient. If he truly loved him, he wouldn't have waited for a public breakdown to say it. Others, however, argue that he was processing grief in his own way. That his silence was not a lack of love, but a result of deeper emotional wounds he didn't know how to express. The fandom is now split into two camps, those who believe this is the start of a healing journey, and those who believe it is too little, too late. The necklace, the letter, and the secret visit. What truly shocked everyone was what Wang Yibo revealed next. Holding up a small velvet pouch, he pulled out the original necklace Xiao Zhan gave him years ago, the one fans thought he had discarded. I never took it off, he said. I only hid it because I couldn't bear the questions. But that wasn't all. He also revealed that he had written a letter to Xiao Zhan days after the breakup, but never sent it. I didn't want to confuse him. I wanted to respect his choice. But I read it to myself every night. Sources close to the production team later confirmed that Wang Yibo visited their old home just a week before Xiao Zhan's interview. He walked through the empty living room, sat at their daughter's old art table, and stayed for hours. He cried in the garden, a housekeeper said. He looked lost. Like a ghost walking through his memories. Xiao Zhan's response, silence, then a whisper. Hours after the footage from Wang Yibo's fan screening went viral, fans waited breathlessly for Xiao Zhan to respond. He didn't post anything for almost an entire day. And then, just after midnight, he uploaded a black and white photo of their daughter's drawing, the same one with 3 hearts. One cracked, one whole, and one floating between. His caption. Just one line. Maybe the heart in the middle still remembers. Fans went wild. The speculation exploded. Was that his way of saying there's still hope? Was that heart in the middle a symbol of their child or of the love still hanging between them? Some fans believe this was his quiet way of opening the door, just a little, just enough for Wang Yibo to try again. Others believe it is still a goodbye. A gentle one. A poetic one. But still final. Whispers of a private meeting. Now, rumors are swirling that the two may have met privately after Yibo's confession. Unconfirmed sources claim that their teams coordinated a brief, emotional meeting somewhere outside Beijing. One insider said, "It wasn't planned." But after what Yibo said, Zhan needed answers. They sat in a car for hours. No one knows what they said. But when they came out, they hugged. Still, there are no photos. No confirmation. Just whispers. And sometimes, it's the whispers that leave the loudest echoes. Where do they go from here? This saga has become more than a breakup story. It's become a reflection of what happens when love collides with silence, pride, fear, and public pressure. Whether Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan find their way back to each other or continue on their separate paths, one thing is undeniable. Their love was real. Their pain is real. And the world is watching with bated breath. Because sometimes, even after it's over, even after the tears, the distance, and the silence, the heart in the middle still remembers. And love, no matter how buried, never truly disappears. Not when it was that deep. Not when it was that real.